Live here. But if we are live, I want to make sure people hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell because we're the number one Yankee show that talk about baseball that's banned in America, all kind of countries. So you better hit that bell because we are blackballed here, boy. All right, we live. So this is the number one blackball show of all time. Maybe not all time, but it's getting there. The first inning radio show. And today I'm along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, PX Bomber, and things are going quite well. And what a difference a week makes. The Yankees won 5 out of 6 this past week and swept away the Toronto Blue Jays by scores of 6-5, 3-2, and 8-4. And then they took 2 out of 3 from the Oakland Athletics, losing the first game 5-3, winning the second game 7-5, and winning the final game, a low-scoring game, 2-1. And the Yankees have made up 5 games in the standings against the Tampa Bay Rays, who have lost 6 in a row. And the Boston Red Sox have actually moved into first place now, but the Yankees have made 5 games up in the standings. And I will tell you, the Kraken is back. Gary Sanchez is back and batting well over 340 over the past 20 games with 6 homers and 18 runs batted in, and he is hitting like crazy. And Gary Sanchez has been carrying this team recently.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's unbelievable how a week takes, you know.
Right.
And now, yeah, he could be the guy that carries the team on the back now, kind of.
Exactly. Judge has slumped a little bit, and so has Gleyber Torres, and Judge has slumped a little bit. But Gary Sanchez had been moved up to the number 3 hole, and he got the big hits yesterday. The game was 1-0 with Manaea really shutting the Yankees down and getting quite a number of strikeouts against the Yankees. And Gary Sanchez came through with that 2-run double, and that was the winning margin with Gary Sanchez coming through there. And also in the final game against the Oakland A's, Chapman came into the game and had a split fingernail. It was
Right.
having major problems throwing strikes, and he walked the first 2 batters. And then the Yankees came through with their 3rd triple play in a month, and around the horn 5-4-3 double play again, triple play again, a triple
Ain't that
play.
something? I think they tied the Yankee franchise record of 1903 or something like that with 3 triple plays.
Yeah, I believe so. As far as I knew, no Yankee team has ever did 3 triple plays in a season.
Yeah, I think this might be the first time as labeled the Yankees that they have a triple play because they got 3 triple plays in 1903. I think it was
That's the Highlanders.
right. So they might have been the Highlanders at the time. They weren't the Yankees yet. So this might be the first time as a Yankee organization that they have 3 triple plays
Right.
in one
And
season. That's
exactly. And that really bailed Chapman out because Chapman was having some major problems. And Chapman has not been automatic recently. And he did give up a run in the game before when the A's scored their 5th run. And Chapman has not been automatic recently, but the Yankees are winning. They won 5 out of 6. The Rays have lost 6 in a row, and the Yankees have gained 5 games on the Rays and are really moving up. So that, when Michael is with us and Michael has all of the major doom and gloom or, panicking and freaking out a bit, I say to him, it's just a snapshot in time. You can't predict baseball, and baseball is so long that, you don't know what's going to be happening in September in comparison to what's happening in June. The season goes on and on and on and on. So there's no way of making any proclamations about anything.
Yeah, it's true. We was talking about that in the last show that got blocked in all countries of the world. Um, we was talking about that in the last show where yeah, it's like we can't be so negative and start getting positive because the team is starting to look positive, and we can't keep bashing the team down. So, and now, I mean, they're playing well. I mean, not 100% well, because I'm still not convinced that they're, like on their way back to recovery or something like that, because um those games that we won, most of those games with Oakland A's, and what was the last one before that?
Toronto Blue Jays.
The Toronto Blue Jays. We won those games because they beat themselves. You know what I mean? And we were lucky to capitalize on their errors. That's the only. But we, even though we made a lot of errors those games too, we were able to capitalize on their errors and turn them into wins. It's not like the Yankees went out there and bashed them and beat them. You know, physically, let's say, right? So I'm still not convinced, man, that this team has it turned around. You know?
Right. We will have to. Well, I hope the Yankees don't do. They're not. They're still towards the bottom of the league as far as their offense is concerned. Even though they're scoring some more runs recently, and they're not blowing teams away. They're battles. Every one of the games are battles. Just like with the Toronto Blue Jays, they won by 1 run in the first game, 1 run in the second game, and then they did win by 4 runs in the third game, and they were trailing going into the seventh inning in all three of those games. So they showed resilience and came back and had come from behind victories. And what they were doing is taking advantage of other teams' mistakes, and that's what good teams can do. Now, what I hope they don't do now is look past the Kansas City Royals. They might have a little bit of a break with the Kansas City Royals if the weather holds out or they're able to play tonight. I know the weather's inclement up there in New York. They have Cole going tonight against Singer for the Kansas City Royals, and they can't look past them and play down to them. They have to play strong and not look past them and look towards the Boston series. They have to pay attention to what's in front of them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They definitely have to just take it one game at a time. One inning at a time, one pitch at a time. You know what I mean? And let's see if we can just get through that and battle through those situations, because just the other day, that guy, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. The guy from Oakland that was just shutting us down that day, we beat him on Sunday. What was his name? Yeah, that guy. He wasn't looking that great of a pitcher, and the Yankees was striking out. I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this guy's pitching literally down the middle, and they're not even hitting it. They're looking at it, or they're swinging right past it because they were fooled.
Right.
You
It
know?
can be deceptive when we're seeing it on TV. When we look at it on TV, it looks very easy. But when you're there, he could be doing things with the way that he's delivering the pitch. They might not be picking up the ball coming out of his hand. He's slow. He's throwing to different locations. They might not have been picking up the ball as it was coming out of his hand as he was doing his windup. There's all kinds of different types of factors. And his fastball was decent. It wasn't a super major fastball the way we have today, many 98-mile-per-hour fastballs. But he was 93 and 94, and they just had trouble really picking it up out of his hand.
Yeah, I can. Well, you know what? That guy, he wasn't pitching the same way every time anyway. His delivery was different every time he pitched the ball. So maybe that threw them off.
Right.
you know?
Exactly. The Yankees struck out 15 times for that game, but they won the game 2-1. And Gary Sanchez did come through with that great 2-run double to right center field, and so the Yankees are playing quite well. They won 5 out of 6. They're playing Kansas City over this weekend, over this week. And as I said, I don't want them to look past Kansas City at this point. I don't want them playing down to their competition. You know how the Yankees sometimes have the habit of playing down to their competition?
Yes, they did that a lot in 2019 too, which cost us the season.
Right.
You know, I remember them doing that. You know what? I'm looking at tickets for tonight's game,
Hmm.
and I can safely say that the tier reserve is $10.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They have this dynamic pricing now. The Yankees.
Yeah.
So when you have games against, that are special days, or against the Boston Red Sox, or against the Mets, and that kind of thing, they're really going to jack it up. But when it's against teams like the Royals or the Orioles or the Seattle Mariners, that kind of thing, then the prices will be at a very decent level. And also the weather's bad
Oh,
tonight.
hold on. I got Michael calling in.
Okay.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? You're on the air. I got Roger.
How you doing? I'm doing good. Cool.
So yeah, man, Yankees have been playing pretty good, man. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling a lot better now. They're finally coming around.
They sure are, man. Hopefully, but they still got to get the batting together, though, man.
Yeah, things. There's still a couple more things on this team that I want to see, but yeah, so far so good. Just keep it up. I don't know why Gary Sanchez is not in the lineup. That one I shake my head at. I don't know why he's not in the lineup. I mean, the hottest player on the team, and he's sitting him. He should be in this lineup tonight.
Maybe he's gonna play tomorrow's. Maybe he's gonna play the 2 day games to Saturday and Sunday.
Because he
I mean
they had
Saturday
a
and
off day
Sunday.
yesterday. It doesn't make any sense.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Aaron Boone always once forgot Higashioka to be Cole's personal catcher, and Cole was pitching tonight against Singer.
Yeah, I know, but I think that Garrett Cole's gonna have to learn how to pitch with Gary Sanchez now.
Nah, that's not true. Hold on a minute.
Right.
Gary Sanchez has been catching Gary Cole for the last I think his last 3 starts. It's been Sanchez.
Actually, I think Higashioka's still catching. I think.
Yeah, he was definitely catching him the last. Nah, Sanchez.
No, Gary Sanchez hasn't catched him yet.
He was.
Yeah, he came in and during a cold game because he's pitching.
Yeah, that's correct. He hasn't caught him yet like that. The last time he fully catched him was opening day.
His last start, Cole's last start, Gary Sanchez was catching.
Yeah, that was when. But that was half. That wasn't a real game though. He came in replacement of Higashioka.
Oh, gotcha.
He didn't catch him for 3 or 4 games in a row.
Damn, man, that's what they need. Then they're gonna have to switch that up, man.
Right.
He's gonna have to learn how to catch him, because if he's hitting great now, you can't keep sitting this guy out of the lineup, and you don't do that when someone is playing great. You can't rest them after that. I mean, that's the stupidest thing. That's why I can't stand analytics. I think the whole thing is just ridiculous. They sit guys out when they're going great. It's ridiculous.
That's a bad move. Usually you got to go with the guy that's hot. You know?
Yep, and this guy has not been great for the last 3 years now, and he's finally hitting great. And you're gonna sit the guy out now. He's gonna have to learn how to work with Gary Sanchez, Garrett Cole. He's gonna have to, because this guy is one of the best pitchers in all baseball. And he's got to learn how to. I mean, come on. I know a lot of pitchers have personal catches, but this is Garrett Cole. I mean, he should learn how to work together with Sanchez.
Yeah. And Garrett Cole was hitting 101.5 miles per hour in his last start. His spin rate was down a little bit, but he was doing quite well. And
I want to see a dominant performance tonight, though. I really do. I want to see a Garrett Cole-like performance. I want to see 11, 12 strikeouts. I don't want to see no 4 strikeouts. And then there's going to be a concern with this, because now all these pitchers can't use this stuff. They're all checking the pitches now. DeGrom was checked out last night. There was if he was using anything. So they're going to check Garrett Cole tonight, and all these pitches are getting checked now. So I'm just saying, it's going to be interesting to start tonight. It's going to be a very I can't wait to see him pitch tonight. I hope he dominates. I want to see 12 strikeouts.
Absolutely.
And Gary Sanchez, over his last 20 games, is batting 344 with 6 home runs and 18 runs batted in. It has really.
Yeah, he's been great. I mean, he's been their best. He's been their most consistent hitter right now. Their best hitter. That's why I don't know why he's sitting. Every Yankee fan is shaking their head right now, disbelief. They can't believe why he's not in the lineup. I mean, the guy is the best hitter right now.
Yeah.
At least he could be DHing too. He could DH. He don't have to catch. He could DH.
Yeah, at least at the very least, they could have put him as the DH. What I thought maybe they would do something was put Judge in center, put Judge in center, whatever. I thought they would put Frazier in left, and then they could put Sanchez as the DH. I thought they would do something like that at least, but they didn't even want to do that because they're so afraid.
Stanton has been hitting recently too. So maybe we just plan on playing Stanton tonight.
Yeah, but they could have did something like that. See, if Stanton knew how to play the outfield, this wouldn't be a problem with Gary Sanchez catching. But that's just another problem. They're afraid to put Stanton in the outfield.
Yeah, so then they should bench Stanton and put Sanchez because he's the hottest guy. I mean, if you can't play the field,
they could have did something like that. Yeah, that could have been more of a definitely that could have been a better idea. But they don't want to do any of those things.
Damn, man, I hope they don't downplay like Roger say when they come up to.
I hope this doesn't come back to hurt them because if they lose this game, then you're definitely going to be saying they should have played Gary Sanchez. And Kansas City is not a good team; they're a weak lineup. I know they beat the Red Sox, but come on, this is an easy team to sweep.
What I was saying to BX Bomber Michael was, I hope they're not looking past the Kansas City Royals towards the Red Sox series this weekend. And they have a tendency to play down their competition on occasions.
I think the Yankees are going to take the series now. They're starting to finally come around. And, hey, the Yankees sweep Kansas City and they sweep the Red Sox. The Yankees could be in first place by this weekend. I think they control their own. I think they control their own destiny now because the Red Sox do play the Rays now. So who are we going to be rooting for? The Red Sox or the Rays? I mean, who do you want to see knock out who? Because they control their own destiny.
It's hard. It's a 3-game series, so somebody's going to win the series. I guess I will root for the Rays to win the series.
Because then they'll knock the Red Sox out. But if the Yankees have to win no matter what here, they can't lose games here because we're not going to pick up anything on first place if we don't win any of these games. They have to sweep.
I was saying that the Yankees had picked up 5 games in the standings with the Rays losing 6 in a row.
And they're only 4.5 out. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying before you came on. That we always these games are always just a snapshot in time.
I know. What a difference! Yeah, I was just going to say, what a difference a week makes. Right. I mean, they were just 9.5 games out, and now they're 4.5 out. See, that's why I love a 162 game season, not a joke like last season. A 60-game season. Right. If this was a 60-game season, the Yankees would be dead in the water right now.
It's true, man. Exactly. And even though they're playing this hot right now, they still doesn't guarantee them a playoff team. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. But they're playing a lot better now, and I don't really care how they get in, whether it's the division or the wild card. As long as they get in, they get in. But I will say this though: if they do win the series in the Red Sox, the Yankees are in excellent shape. I mean, to get they will be set up, and they'll be right back in the playoff race.
Right.
However they win,
right.
Who knows? I don't know what they're gonna if they're gonna win the division or wild card. Nobody knows, but. If they're at least striking distance by the All-Star break, if they're only 2 games out, that's damn good. If the Yankees are only 2 games out by the All-Star break, then that's exactly what you want.
Yeah, of course, man. That's as good as it gets, man. But if the Yankees can at least win 2 out of the 3 with Kansas City right now, and then move on to the Red Sox and do well against the Red Sox, I mean. That should give you enough sense saying, all right, let's make this happen.
Oh, I'll take 2 out of 3. Yeah, 2 out of 3 would be great.
And then we can say we're a playoff team if we can pass these 2 guys right now.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely gonna say a lot, but it's crazy how up and down of a season it's been. I mean, it just goes up and down. See, now this has to be the season that they finally turn around for good now, because we've seen this before with this team. They went to two big slumps already this season. They can't. This better be like the comeback for good now, the way they're playing right now, because we've seen this before. Where they look like they're gonna finally flip the switch, and then they just come crashing down again. We can't get that again from this team. They have to be consistent.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. I want consistency. I want to see this team continue to play great. I don't want to see 3 in a row and they win 3 in a row and then lose 3 in a row. That can't happen. This team has to stay consistent.
That's absolutely correct, man, and that's what they need to do. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. I mean, this will prove to us this series in Boston if we got the team, man. So then, if that means if we get past these two teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cashman has to make a splash, man, for us.
Oh yeah,
to get
and
over
now
that
you
hurdle.
got to make a great splash more than ever now, because now you're set up to definitely make the playoffs. Now you better make one of those big acquisitions at the deadline. I want to see Matt Scherzer and Marte. That would be amazing. And then the Yankees. Then I could see why Cashman said that they're going to be buyers at the deadline, because maybe he knew something that we didn't know. Because he gave this team, must have gave them a huge lecture when he went to Buffalo, because something must have snapped this team out of it. I hope this is finally the wake-up call that they needed, because this might be the final wake-up call that the Yankees needed, and they're finally playing consistent baseball. You got to just hope and pray this is it.
Yeah,
right. The baseball season has a lot of ups and downs, and there's a lot of ups and downs, and that's why we can't make
very
April, May, or June about what's going to be happening in September.
Very unpredictable, and there's a lot of games. Like, it's a marathon. This is a real season now. This is no joke of a season like it was last year. It's a real season, and I just can't. Cashman, we don't know what happened behind closed doors, but he must have said something to this team that finally woke them up. He might have yelled at them. Maybe he did give them, maybe he did scold the Yankees. I don't know, but something must have woke them up and got them we better start winning now, because this is getting it's getting too late for us. Let's wake up. Let's finally prove it that we're the team that we're supposed to be, and let's win it this year. Maybe they finally, woke up like that.
And it's very, it's unpredictable, and sometimes there are no answers for things. For example, after Gary Sanchez was terrible for a year and a half, 2.5 years. He's hitting like it was 2016 again.
It's unbelievable. Again. And he's hitting the ball the opposite way, and I'm loving it. He got rid of that leg kick, and he's actually hitting the ball to the opposite field. He never did that, Sanchez, for the last 3 years. He's finally doing that. And now when this guy comes up, I'm so confident now that I never felt like that since 2017. He's putting the ball in play. He's getting clutch hits. He never used to do that. He used to be automatic out.
That's a very good point. He did stop the leg kick.
Yeah.
Very good point. So yeah, that. I mean,
when this guy came out, you were like, he's gonna strike out. Every single time he would come up, I was like, oh God. He goes, that's it. This is gonna be the rally killer. Now this guy comes up, and I'm confident now. I'm like, he's going to get a double. He's going to get a home run. I know what's coming now. Now it's like you feel the complete opposite the way you used to feel about this guy 2 years ago. It's unbelievable.
And also, we were talking about, before you came on, Michael, about the Yankees have done 3 triple plays now. And
most of baseball.
Wow, incredible. And I was saying that Chapman had a split fingernail and was really having trouble throwing the ball over the plate, and walked the first 2 batters in that triple play. And maybe the Yankees' luck is turning as well. I mean, to get that triple play at that point, otherwise they would have still been playing.
Oh yeah, I don't know what would have happened if Chapman did get that triple play, and I hope he's all right, because I don't know. I'm worried about Chapman lately, man. I don't know if you are, but there's been something. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's spite attack but I don't know if it has something to do with the split now. But this guy better get it, bring it. He better come together, because he's not dominating no more. Remember the first 2 months of the season, he was lights out, like nobody could hit him. Now all of a sudden he's not. I don't know what it is with him. He has no command. It seems like he's not confident no more. I don't know. I hope he's not injured, because what's going on with this guy?
True. What is going on?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The ebbs and flows of the baseball season. He was dominant, And now he's not so automatic, So
and Britton wasn't even
Britton is
pitching.
back. Britton is back, but I think they're still apprehensive about using Britton. They didn't
use him that day. I know Boone said they didn't use him because he was a little sore, and they left him out. And I was like saying to myself, all right, I guess they dodged a bullet there. But, I mean, he better be pitched tonight, and he better be available because then you're going to think that he's hurt again. I mean, he just came back, Britton, and he only pitched, 2 games? So
Luke Voigt is back tonight.
Right.
Yes, he is. Yep.
Right. That's going to be a good look. Hopefully he gets his job back, and that kid don't take it from him. Chris Gittens.
Oh, he is back. Well, they sent him back to the farm. Yeah. He's back to the they sent him back to the alternate site. So
that's crazy, man. Why would they do that though?
They always do that. They did it to Florial too.
I would have kept him around for a little bit.
I would have kept him as a bench guy. At least you'll have somebody off the bench. I don't know why the Yankees do that. They could at least just keep the guy for just in case. I mean, you use him off the bench. I think he's a solid bat that the Yankees really need. I think Gittens has been actually, he's been very good for the Yankees. I think he's actually like an interesting player for them. I think he was going to help them down the stretch. Hopefully he can get more playing time, though.
I think the Yankees see it as they don't need an extra first baseman because they could use DJ LeMahieu there.
Yeah, but, he just, I don't know, I just thought he brought some spunk to this team, like spark. Gittens, something that
absolutely,
he brought brought energy to this team because the Yankees seemed like they were they were basically looked like they just didn't care and they didn't have any energy in them. And when this guy came up, he brought some fun to the team again. So I thought they could have at least kept him on the bench, but he'll get called up again some one of these months.
He should be, man. You know what? That kid, he might take over the job for Luke Voigt because once Luke Voigt's contract is up, he might be asking for too money. You can keep him for half the price.
Oh yeah, matter of fact, I think they're going to trade Luke Voigt next year. Well, he's got 3 years under control, Voigt. So, they might trade Luke Voigt anyways. Problem with Voigt is that he just strikes out too much and hits home runs, and he also doesn't stay healthy. So, I mean, he's one of the players I would look at the trading. Him and Aaron Hicks.
Oh, Aaron Hicks must be DFA'd immediately.
Yeah, that was a terrible contract.
Yeah, I don't want Aaron Hicks back here. He's not working.
You know what I'm really concerned about, though, more than actually Chapman? I've watched Yankee podcasts, and this you got to watch this one. It's called NYYST Podcast, and they were talking about Domingo Germán, and they read my mind. They said, if this guy pitches one more bad game, they just came out and said it. They said, freaking send this guy back to the minors or get rid of him because Domingo Germán, man, that's 2 bad starts. If he has another bad start, he pitches tomorrow. I think this guy has to get, let go. I mean, that's concerning. I mean, that's 3 bad starts in a row if he pitches bad again tomorrow.
Michael and BX, do you think it bothers me? I don't know if it bothers you guys that Domingo Germán comes out to pitch with half his shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah, I don't like it either. And another thing that makes it look really bad that he's pitching bad, the guy hit a woman, and that's just pissing me the hell off. This guy should not be on a team. You can't pitch good, and then he hit his girlfriend or his wife, whoever, and then he's pitching like crap, and he has a stupid mustache. I think this guy should be on the team. And I don't like domestic. I don't like people who hit girls, and I don't like domestic abuse. So this guy should be gone.
No,
that's my take on that.
That's a 100% true, man.
Yeah, and then Tabuti's pitching bad, so it doesn't help his cause right there. So you want to stay on this team after you do something like that, you better pitch great because none of the Yankee fans are going to put up with his crap. None of them. Everybody's fed up with his crap, with his antics, and he retires and he comes back and he dressed up like a woman. He is a deranged person. Come on, he's a psychopath. I think.
It's true, man.
He is. The guy's crazy. I don't know what the mustache is all about. I saw the unbuttoned shirt, Roger. I don't know what that's all about. Luke Voigt does that too, I think. But I don't know what that's all about.
Not quite to the extent that Germán has almost his whole shirt unbuttoned in the front.
Yeah, I don't know if he's doing that for some type of a new look, but I'm not digging it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the whole thing is.
Well, he has...
His mustache looks weird, too.
Well, I believe
1970 porn star mustache.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's what it looks like. Yeah,
Um,
like a 70s.
there's 3 buttons on the top of the jersey, and I think he has like more like I don't know if it's all 3 buttons off. I think it's all 3 buttons he got off. I don't think
Yeah.
that should be allowed. I think you can only have just the 1 button on top off.
Yeah, he's got the top 2, and then there's the space, and then the other ones. He's got like 4 of them unbuttoned. It's like down to his navel.
He got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 buttons on here. There's 5 buttons on the jersey, so he has at least the top 3 off.
I knew that this guy was going to be troubled, man, and now he's not even pitching great no more. I don't know what the Yankees are going to do with this guy, but boy, our rotation's really going to be depleted now. I mean, they have to trade for a star.
But you know what?
Kluber's supposed to come back in July. I tell you, losing Corey Kluber really put a dagger.
Yeah.
I mean, in this rotation, that really hurt their rotation big time. Losing Kluber. Severino was already lost already. Right. I mean, for 2 seasons. But losing Kluber, really, I just put the dagger, because now you don't have a definitive number 2 now. After Garrett Cole,
right?
It's like it hurt them
because you could have been without Domingo Germán and would have had Kluber, and you would have had Montgomery and Talion.
Yeah, because Montgomery and Germán would have been your number 3 and 4, and Tallon's your number 5. And Tallon, oh my God, Tallon is just he is. If you put money on him to lose every single game right now, you probably would be a millionaire right now, because this guy is an automatic.
I said that about AJ Happ. J.A. Happ, I used to say that about him, man.
Yeah, and Paxton.
Oh my God, if I was in Las Vegas, I'll be with shiny shoes right now. You kidding me?
Yeah. If you're betting against them, you probably would have about 20 grand right now. If you're betting against Tallon.
Well, shout out to Will Zimmerman.
He played a very good game against the A's. Montgomery pitched a fantastic game against the A's. He stayed right with that.
Well, yeah, he did pitch great, and Tallon didn't pitch didn't pitch all that bad himself. It's just that Boone pulled him out quick because he was afraid. And then that stupid Wandy Peralta, I never want to see that guy ever again. He gave up a home run to Tony Kemp. What a joke! Yeah. Tony Kemp, that guy.
Series.
Yeah. What a joke.
Yeah.
He gave up a home run to a guy that doesn't even play every single day.
Yeah, that's true. That's sad, man.
Tony Kemp, didn't he play? Oh yeah, I remember. Tony Kemp played on the Astros. He's like he's a below average hitter. I saw his numbers.
I think he was on the Astros and Oakland A's. I think he was on Oakland A's too for a little bit. He's on the team.
No, he was on the Astros and the A's, and I think he played on another team. I think he played on 3 teams or just 2 teams.
He's what you call those type of players?
It shows why you have to have left-handed hitters. The Yankees still are way too right-handed. You have to have left-handed hitters because of the short porch. Or left-handed hitters, it doesn't take much for them to do damage at Yankee Stadium.
Well, yeah, but we got to grab a left-handed bat at the deadline. I think Ketel Marte would be perfect if they got him.
Well, right. Yeah, I mean, if he switch hitting, yeah. Man,
I saw the guy play. The guy is a really good hitter. If you really watch him, you appreciate him more. He's a great all-around play. He's a switch hitter. I think he's a really good defensive player. And I mean, he's a contact hitter, and he actually can hit for power. So he's basically just what the doctor ordered. He's the type of play that you would want. Imagine him in Yankee Stadium. Him and Aaron Judge. What an outfield! If they could pull that trade off,
that would be fantastic.
Well, it seems like now
he's an all-star. Marte's an all-star.
Yeah, I mean, he will be. And now it seems like they got Aaron Judge as the center fielder now.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be all for that trade if they do it. I'm not going to complain about that one. Marte is a stud. I mean, he's probably a top right now. Probably, I guess, a top 10, top 15 player in baseball. He's very good. I just want to grab a starter too, because I don't think getting Marte is going to put them over the top. But now that they're playing better, it's going to help them even more. But I think they really have to trade for a starter.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. They need to get a starting pitcher to make it to the World Series. They're not winning with this rotation. Garrett Cole, Montgomery, and Germán. Come on, are you kidding me? They're not going to win with those guys. But that's the thing,
won't even start in the playoffs.
But that's the thing. Yeah. All right, we make it to the playoffs. You know they can only play 3 games, right?
Yeah.
In the first round, and then it's
best out of 5.
But at that time, what is it? Is it the division? I think it's the division series.
Yeah, division series is best out of 5.
Those games are so close together. So Cole could only pitch maybe one time that series, or maybe come back in game 3 or 4, whatever it is. But look at the rotation. If we go into the playoffs, we got only Cole. That's it.
That's it.
Who are we gonna put in game 2 and 3?
We're in the same predicament every single year with this stuff. Why the Yankees can never fix their rotation issues. They did in 2009, but since then this team has not given a damn about their rotation. And the Yankees are not known for great elite pitching. They never were. They signed CC and they signed Cole, and that was it. All the other pitchers basically that they gotten were terrible trades. Javier Vasquez, Jarrett Wright, Corey Lytle, Esteban Loaizaga. I mean, you name it. Cashman just loves dumpster fire pitches. I don't know what it is with him, but
Sean Chacon was good for them. If you go back about a minute, do you remember Sean Chacon? He was a pickup.
Oh yes, that was a good acquisition. He was solid for them. I remember that playoff game he pitched against the Angels.
He did well, and then they let them go.
Yeah, Chacon did pitch good. I'll give him credit for that one. And Chacon was not really good with the Rockies. When he came to the Yankees, he pitched fairly decent. That was a solid acquisition, but it wasn't like, we got somebody that was a Cy Young, but he was good. I can't knock him for that. But the other acquisitions that he made, Corey Lytle, Jarrett Wright, Javier Vasquez, John Lieber, these guys were, give me a break. I don't know why he likes these pitches that are just like below average pitches. He just never wants to go after like number 1 candidates. The only one he got was Sabathia and Cole. That's it.
That's true, man. Will Zimmerman just put a good point up on the thing. The Yankees need to go after the best lefty we can find.
Marte is the best lefty.
No,
and they have that other guy. I'm not really crazy about him. Starling Marte, the guy on the Mullins. I'd rather have the other Marte, Ketel Marte.
You can tell, yeah.
And he's a right-handed, and we have enough right-handed hitters. We need a lefty hitter.
Yeah, but we need a lefty pitcher too, man. We need a starting pitcher for a lefty.
I wouldn't worry about lefty pitching. They just need a pitcher in general. They just need a dominant pitcher. Yeah. If they get Scherzer, then now we're talking. If they could trade for Scherzer, and I think the Nationals. I don't know now if they're going to trade him because the Nationals have been playing better. So, and he's back.
They're saying he's trade bait, so it can happen.
That's the trade I want to see. I'm more excited to see something like that because that would really put the Yankees as the favorite to win it all if they got Scherzer.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, I just want to cut in here for a minute. I'm going to sign off now because I have some Swedish meatballs in the oven that I have to get out. So I'm going to sign off now, and you guys continue to have a good show. And I'll talk to you later during the game, the X-Filer. So you guys continue on, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, cool.
Bye. Take care, man. Have a great one. Have a good one.
So yeah, man, Brian.
Yeah. So I was saying that Scherzer. I think that's the move that's like basically like the move that's gonna put the Yankees over the top. I mean, getting Marte would be a great move, but I still don't think they're going to win the World Series if they get Marte.
No, he's just a player. We need a pitcher.
Yeah.
Because
we need someone that could dominate, someone that could eat up innings, someone that could, put this team, put them over the top.
I would
win a lot of games. And
I would try to find 2 starting pitchers because you need 1, 2,
I was just saying that also. I want to get 2 also, but I know the Yankees front office is not going to do something like that. But we're lucky if we get 1 starting pitcher. We do need 2 because, like I told you, after Garrett Cole, this rotation is very dicey.
Yeah, because
it's very suspect.
I think the Yankees could get by with the team they have on the field right now.
And they're hitting now. They're finally starting to hit, so that saves them. But their rotation, even their bullpen scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's true. It's scary.
Yeah, their bullpen's a little. Yeah, even their bullpen's been very suspect as of late. It's not been like the best, but they could get away with it, I guess. But that rotation has to be fixed because I'm telling you, I don't know, some of these Yankee fans look past this and they're not paying attention and watching the games. You are not going to win a World Series with Garrett Cole, Domingo Germán, Jordan Montgomery, and Jameson Taillon. You're not. You can't.
No,
Garrett Cole is the only great pitcher on this team. You realize, too, they're not going to start Jameson Taillon in the playoffs. He's not going to even pitch in the playoffs.
Oh, they're gonna blast him, man. He's gonna be like a deer in headlights over there. You know?
Yeah, he's not even going to get a chance. They're just going to say, "Oh, you could sit down," or DFA.
Oh man, that's terrible, man. If they're gonna go into the playoffs like that.
Oh God, this is like an all-time horrible rotation. I mean, I don't mean to like make fun of it, but it's a laugh at this rotation. It's like, I think it's worse than last year's rotation.
Actually, I think it is worse than last year's.
Yeah, at least we had Cole Tanaka. And you know what I feel about Tanaka? I mean, I'm like, I'm not like, clinging on to Tanaka like all these other Yankee fans. I liked him. I didn't think he was amazing, but because he didn't pitch great in the playoffs last 2 years. But I think we had a better rotation last year. At least you had Cole and Tanaka. Now you don't even have any of that. You don't even have it like a number 2 starter.
Yeah, they should just bring back Bartolo Colon, man, and put him out as number 3.
No. That was horrible. And Freddie Garcia. I remember when they got those 2 guys, old guys.
There's gotta be big time guys. So I'm trying to look at the standing. You see, like the Washington.
You lost Kluber and Severino. That's huge. And Severino might not come back till September, and Kluber's not going to come back till like July, I think. So, yeah, I mean, it hurts. It does. It seems like when Kluber got injured, this team hasn't been the same. But there's no other great starters available. If you look at like pitches that are going to be, available at the deadline, I really don't know what type of pitches that you're looking at. It's just Scherzer, if he's even going to get traded, Luis Castillo, and that's it. Kyle Hendricks is not getting traded. He's the Cubs are good now, so he's not going to be made available.
Yeah, they're in first place, man. So Washington Nationals,
he's out.
They're battling for third place, but they're almost in last place. So they ain't doing so well.
I think the Reds are playing better too. I think the Reds are even starting to come out of their playoff funk. They're playing a little better. So you wonder if any of these guys are going to get traded now. The Nationals are playing better. Then if that's the case, the Yankees are screwed because now they can't trade for anybody now because these pitchers might stay now because the teams are playing better now. The Reds, the Nationals, the Cubs. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to find teams. Somebody from Colorado, Arizona, maybe Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the worst case scenario for the Yankees. If they trade for one of those pitchers from Colorado, they're screwed. I don't want Germán Marquez. That guy's terrible. We have enough guys like that. That's the problem. We have enough number 4 and 5 stars. We need like a true pitcher, after Garrett Cole, like at least like a number 2 starter,
equally matching Cole. But we still need somebody for that game 3. That's the problem too, though, man. Even though we get this good guy, we still need.
As long as we got 2 guys, I'm happy. But you're right, we still don't have a great number 3, and we don't have a great number 4. You go with 3 pitches in the first round, in the second round, third round, you go with 4 pitches. So yeah, they don't have a number 3 and 4. Even if they have 2 guys, it's gonna be. You got to just hope the Yankees score a lot of runs in those games. That's what you got to hope for. The Yankees score a bunch of runs.
Yeah, because if out of a 7-game series, Cole could pitch twice, and the number 2 could pitch twice, I think. So they could pitch game 6 and 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is going to be a great game tonight. I think the Yankees will win the series. It will be a sweep, and I'm really anxious to see Garrett Cole pitch. It's going to be a game that you're not going to be able to take your eyes off it tonight. You want to see this guy pitch great. You want to see how he pitches after this whole the controversy now with the Spider attack. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, he's pitched pretty good after the whole allegations happened. I mean, he pitched great against Minnesota. He was good against Toronto. I don't think he was great. So now he's pitching against Kansas City. So I think he goes tonight. I think he will go 8 innings, 8 innings pitched. I think he's going to have 12 strikeouts, and I think he's going to give up probably about 5 hits and probably 1 run. I think that's it. It'll be like on a base hit, but no home runs. I think he's going to have his old dominant performance back. What do you think? I think he's going to pitch great.
Yeah, I think he should be fine. Who you have for the home run of the game?
For the Yankees, I'm going to probably have to say Gio Urshela.
Yeah, I was going to go with Gio Urshela, too. I think he's going to pop one. Yeah. Hopefully Lou Voigt gets one tonight.
I think he's going to be the player of the game. Since I was going to say Gary Sanchez, but he's not in the lineup. I was going to pick him and I was just about ready to say it, and I almost forgot that he's not in the lineup, which gets me kind of down. But yeah, Gio Urshela, I think he's been red hot, Gio Urshela lately. I think he's been hitting good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Gio Urshela. I don't know, Aaron Judge and Torres, man, they have to wake up. Those guys haven't done anything.
It's true, man. I don't know, man. Ever since Judge hurt his back, he hasn't been playing well, neither.
Yeah.
You know, he's been playing
I don't know, man. Stanton's actually starting to hit better, and LeMahieu. But I'm going to go with Urshela. If not, then it's probably going to be LeMahieu, because LeMahieu's starting to hit better now.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets one too, man. That's true, man. But
yeah, I mean, there's so many guys in the lineup that could do damage. They really haven't shown their full potential yet, but hopefully it happens now. And I hope this is finally like the wake-up call the Yankees needed, man. We'll just hope now that this team, this is the comeback that's for good now, like that they stay good, like, you know what I mean, like permanent, like this is it, because we don't want one of those runs again where the Yankees win 5 in a row, and then they lose 5 in a row. Let's hope that this is they're back for good.
Yeah, that's what we need, man. I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
Because this team, you got to be careful, because don't make them get your hopes up just yet, because they've shown this before where they look like they're back, and then they pull like a 180 on us. They've done it like a lot of times this season. They just make you think that they're all the way back, and then all of a sudden they go back down again. Like it's like a boxing fight with them. They get up, man, and they get knocked down again. You can't have that again.
Yeah, they have to prove themselves with these 2 series, man. We said it before, man. They got to do it.
Yeah, you know? We need consistency. We need to be consistent. I told you, consistency.
Right. That's exactly what they need to be consistent from here on out.
Consistency, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
they have to. They can't be like up and down with them. It's just because that's very frustrating to see that. And you notice the fans, they haven't been really getting sellouts like we thought. It's like the fans they're not filling. I mean, they have full capacity now, Yankee Stadium, and you're not seeing a sellout. You're wondering why they're not coming and supporting this team, because they want to see them in first place. Maybe they're not really happy yet with this team, the fans.
Yeah, well, I mean, they did lower ticket prices. Tonight's game, tier reserve is $10 up there.
I think tonight though is going to be the first packed house though. I expect a big crowd on the hand tonight because Cole's pitching.
I don't think so, man.
I think tonight we'll get like a lot of fans. It'll probably be about 50,000. Not 50,000. I'd say probably like around 46,000. Yeah, that's about right.
Maybe, man. It may be, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weekday game, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's a night game. Usually, night games pack. The night games are the games where more people come to night games than day games, I think.
Yes, that's true. Even though
I didn't really see that many. What happened?
No, I was gonna say even though they have good crowds on Saturday and Sunday though, but
yeah, no, they do. I've seen a lot of fans at day games, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This weekend with Oakland, I didn't see like a whole lot of fans, especially Sunday's game. I didn't see like a whole lot of people that game. I saw like a few. There must have been maybe I don't know 30,000 or something. It wasn't a sellout.
Nah, because people like just like you said, people ain't gonna buy the tickets, man. People don't want to buy the tickets, because I
told you, they probably want to see better results because this team they are only 4.5 out now, so fans have to be a lot more happy where they are, but they probably want to see better. They want to see this team be in first place or be 1 game out of first place or tied for first. That's probably what they're waiting for.
If this stays the same in that 20,000 mark, 30,000 mark, how many people they had? Like 20,000, right? Something like that.
Then Steinbrenner's gonna lose more money.
It proves my point that Yankee Stadium is a tourist trap, because
and also once again Steinbrenner's gonna be complaining that he's losing money, and that's not good, man. I mean, that's 2 years in a row. Last year he lost a lot of money too because of the pandemic, and if they don't pack the stadium and get the then there's gonna be something's gonna happen.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say is, if they don't have the fan, if it stays like this right now, you can pretty much figure out that the rest of they usually have around 35,000, 38,000 a game, something like that.
Yeah.
That other 15,000, that's tourists. That's tourists.
Well, by the playoffs, you'll get like your 53,000 people back. That's usually.
Oh well, the playoff is definitely going to be. The playoffs is definitely going to be sold out. That's a fact.
Oh yeah, that they have a capacity of 53. I remember the old Yankee Stadium was 56,000. I think this one only holds 53, so 3,000 less people. But yeah, by the playoffs they'll have their 53,000 people back. But if they could get at least to, if they could get at least to maybe 40,000, I mean that'll be like that's considered like great because we haven't gotten that yet.
I think you should see that by the 4th of July.
Yeah, most likely. I think we're going to start getting around 40,000 fans back because they need that. I mean, yeah, by July, I think that's when the real season starts for baseball. That's when people start caring again because it seems like people don't really care yet. And so maybe, yeah, July comes, then you're going to see.
Well, they better start caring now because the Yankees better keep doing well. But anyway.
Oh, I was going to tell you another thing,
yeah,
Frank.
Yeah.
Make sure this video is being recorded because the last video you sent me, it was blocked. So just giving you a heads up. I hope this video is when we're finished with the video, it's recording, right?
Yeah, well, we got people talking on the chat, so it is live, and I checked it. It is live.
Okay, because I don't know what happened to the last video that we made. I wanted to go, you sent me the link on Instagram, and then it said the video was blocked.
I have no idea.
I don't know what happened.
Hopefully this one don't get blocked. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why that video got blocked, though. All the videos work. I don't know why that one got blocked.
Man, it's stupid, man. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here, and we're going to end the show. And,
all right, yeah, it was a great show, and watch the Yankee game tonight.
Yeah, man, hopefully.
Garrett Cole's pitching. It's cold day.
Yeah, it's going to be cold. So,
it's a cold day. You know what I'm saying? Garrett Cole, cold day.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what.
So let's blow this team out of the water tonight. I want to see like 6-0 Yankees.
Yeah, that's what they need, a good blasting on these guys, man. You know.
Yeah, I want to see like a blowout win. We haven't gotten a lot of those this year.
That's true, man. We need at least one of them. It's coming. It's coming. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, this team you better because Kansas City sucks. So yeah, I think the Yankees will win tonight, 6-1. That's my prediction.
Yeah, it could happen.
7-1.
But anyway,
yeah,
let me end it here.
All right.
Shout out to Will Zimmerman on the check-in. Go Yankees. And yeah.
Great show, man. Like always.
Absolutely, man. So we'll see everybody next one. So long and see ya. Definitely a good show. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. Share the video. Share with your friends. It's important because it helps with the algorithm. This is the #1 blocked, blackballed, shadow banned show in America.